Hi, Nick Belowski with another HVAC Business Growth News Update. This week there was a story on Search Engine Roundtable announcing that content scraping is becoming a real big issue. So what content scraping is other websites actually steal the credit for the content that you produce before you can actually announce it to the world. So there's a couple of things that I suggest that you do. Firstly, you should install Google Authorship markup on your website. So basically it's just a code that tells Google that your site belongs to you, and any content that appears on that website you actually get credit for. Secondly, you should announce all of the work that you do on Facebook, Twitter and Google+. So these three properties are very heavily spidered and quickly spidered by the search engines, and what happens is Google goes to those sites and then traces back to your site when they see the links pointing to your site, and then you'll get credit for the good quality content that you produce. Marketing Sherpa actually announced this week that one of the email campaigns that they recently did had a 137% increase in engagement. So here's a few of the things that they did, and I think they'll be really helpful to you. Firstly, they personalized all the emails that they sent out by full name. So they sent an email to somebody and it included their full name. Secondly, what they did was actually had it coming from a person. So instead of coming from the business marketing Sherpa or the support department or something like that, they actually had it coming from a real person, and it was signed off at the end of the email. So there was actually a digital signature on the email. The fourth thing that they did is actually strip back a lot of the templates that they've been using in the email. So they tried to make the emails look as personalized as they possibly can. So the theme for this email campaign that Marketing Sherpa did was really to make their emails seem a lot more personal, as opposed to being very, very rigid and professional without a face behind the business at all. So I think if you can implement that into your business, you should have some really good success with it. Twitter this week announced a $1 million advertising giveaway to customers that haven't advertised before. So what this is, you can actually get a $100 credit voucher from Twitter, and you can use this to help kickstart a social media campaign or just draw attention to something that you're already doing. Either way, I think it's very worthwhile for any business, and that you can use this $100 credit to help fund your account and help get people to follow you and then draw them back to your website. This week we released podcast episode 3, and the topic for this podcast was lead generation. We discussed a different way of marketing your business. So instead of doing normal brand advertising and marketing your business, what we do is create some lead bait and actually market that widget or lead bait out to the market. So this actually helps to differentiate yourself from all of your competitors out there. Next week, an interview that I did with marketer Rick Burkle will be available on CD. We titled this interview, "The 7 Marketing Mistakes that HVAC Businesses Make." This was a great interview. We had a lot of fun, and I'm sure you're going to find something in it for your heating and cooling business. I'm Nick Belowski. This has been another HVAC Business Growth News Update.